Well, good morning, afternoon, or evening, friends. How y'all folks doing today? I know you are not used to seeing me do two walking talks back to back, but the right wing wonder boy has been busy this week, so I gotta put these feet to work. Oh, snap. He's in here on a Sunday, y'all. You better strap in. This could be a good show. Ever faithful Phantom Barfly, just the person I wanted to see. Congratulations, you are now employed. Employed? Bartender? Buddy, I'm just here so that you can pretend you have patrons while you pontificate. Yes, Casper, the friendly cast member, you are correct. The problem is you have committed a cardinal workforce sin, sir. See, you have made yourself important to the people. And since you are so important to the people, I figure I can put your ass in front of the camera and maybe they won't be mad at me for trying to make a few bucks. You see, friends, before we get into the funny business, I got to talk a little behind the scenes business with you. I have been reached out to by a sponsor, and I believe I am going to take it, mostly because it was a service I already used before all of this started. Don't click away. There won't be no ad read this week. I just wanted to bring it before y'all so you could tell me if you hated it below. As always, if it's worth doing to me, that means it's worth making funny, so that is exactly what you can expect. And before anyone asks, yes indeed, the perpetual made-up patron will also be employed. Now, let's get back on track and talk about the Bone Spur Bandits executive order-based time rollbacks. Because it damn sure seems like that sumbitch is dead set on sending us back somewhere before the 60s. You see, the Tangerine Tyrant has signed another executive order that would put a stop to the protections that keep federal contractors from implementing segregation. Now, because of the nature of my content, I inadvertently inspire a whole lot of fear from time to time. So before we go any further, I would like to say, no, this will not allow Larry the local racist to slap a whites only sign on his muffler shop. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not even what Don the Con was trying to do. This is just another case in point example of his incompetence. And like I always say, do not attribute to malice what can be explained by incompetence. Now, don't get me wrong, he was definitely trying to do something bad. This was just an adverse side effect of said thing. Hell, I don't even think he knows he did it. All he heard was DEI and he started dropping signatures on anything they set in front of him. Now, that said, this is absolutely still some scary shit, and somewhere down the line, I am sure somebody will use it to hurt someone. And for the love of fuck, please do not take this as me coming to his defense or saying he is not anti-people of color. Because this dipshit also just sent J.D. Vance over to the Smithsonian to do a little whitewashing. Oh, you didn't know? Well, that's because it was a behind closed doors executive order. You see, he wants to reshape the message that the Smithsonian sends out. He says the one that it is currently sending out is too divisive. So, let me get this straight. He sets himself up as the chairman of the Kennedy Center. He sets J.D. Vance up to whitewash the Smithsonian. And all of you so-called history buffs who were hollering about Confederate monuments being hauled off, well, you're just silent? Because from where I'm standing, it sure enough seems like y'all never really cared about preserving the history. All you wanted was a real-life remembrance of your great-great-great-grandpappy's real-life fight to preserve racism. Cue the sumbitch in the comment section who will spend the better part of his Sunday trying to convince every single person he can that the Civil War wasn't fought over slavery. Hey, before you get started, just shut the fuck up. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care that you couldn't pay attention literally the entirety of your schooling career. Don't worry, give it a few weeks. I'm sure the Smithsonian will officially reflect your false reality. One more real quick aside, y'all. I actually had this entire thing filmed, and then my phone told me to go find myself in the Alps, and I had to remake the entire conversation from memory. Sorry if it feels rushed. I tried to include an entire extra minute, seeing as how I did that little minute at the beginning for what could potentially be the ad space. I hope y'all are okay with that. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Y'all have you a wonderful motherfucking day. Keep the motherfucking boots out of your motherfucking mouth. And remember that the golden rule will always remain yeehaw fuck the law. I love y'all. I'll see you down the line.